The Christmas Fairy. It was nearly Christmas and everyone in Liquorland was so busy, so Rex decided to go to the park to play on his favorite swing. To his surprise, Silver was already there. "Hello," said Rex in a friendly voice, holding out his paw. "I'm Rex." "Hello," said a sad little voice. "I'm the fairy on the Christmas tree. At least, I was, but no one will rob me now." "Why or not?" asked Rex. "The workers have a Christmas tree and I know they need a fairy to put on top." "They won't want me," said the fairy. "Just look at me." And she got off the swing. "Oh dear," said Rex. "You are in a bit of a mess, aren't you?" "I certainly am," answered the fairy. "Once I was the loveliest fairy in the world. My dress sparkled, my wand glittered, and my tiara trickled." "I stood on the top of the Christmas tree and watched everyone put the presents underneath. On Christmas morning, I see all the happy faces, and people would look at me and said how beautiful I was." "But now my dress is torn and my wand is broken and I've lost my tiara. I'm not looking forward to Christmas at all." And she began to cry. Rex patted her. "Please don't cry. Perhaps my friend Dorothy the Dicer could help you." Just at that moment, Dorothy the Dicer came to the Wick Park looking for Rex. She saw the fairy and Rex told her about the problem. Dorothy thought for a while. "I could make you a dress out of rose petals," she reflected. "That's very kind of you," said the fairy. "But the fairy of the Christmas tree always had a white sparkly dress." "Perhaps Cousin Faster might have an idea," suggested Wags. "Let's call him." "I'm not much good with dresses," said the captain, when the others explained the problem. "But if the little lady needs a wand, I could let her have one of my feather swords." "Thank you," said the fairy. "But the fairy of the Christmas tree really needs a wand that glitters." "Here comes Harry. Do you think he might be able to help?" asked Dorothy. Harry thought carefully. "Oh, I don't know much about fairies or Christmas trees, but I could ask the mermaids if everyone has a glittery tail to spare. Whip up!" "You're all very kind," said the fairy, "but it doesn't sound as if you are able to help me. I really do need a sparkly dress and a glittery wand and a twinkling tiara." "Yeah, I'll be honest," said Captain Fairfield. "I think this is a case for our friends, the Wiggles." He turned to the fairy. "They're full of good ideas. I'm sure they know what to do. And here they are." Everyone talked at once and tried to explain the problem. The fairy struck into the background. She didn't know these new people and felt very shy. "One at a time," laughed Greg. "What's all this about a fairy? Dorothy, you tell us." Dorothy brought the fairy forward and introduced her to the Wiggles, explaining the problem. The Wiggles thought hard. "I don't suppose some yummy food will help," asked Eddie. The fairy shook her head. "I could play my guitar," offered Murray. "We could sing you to sleep," suggested the chef. "I don't see how that would help," said Greg. doubtfully. You are so generous, replied the fairy. But you see, the fairy of the Christmas tree had a kind of magic about her, and all these roses would work. Of course, said Quaid. Magic! Why didn't I think of that before? Where's my magic wand? And he took it out of his pocket. I need help, he told the others as the fairy stood before him. I can only do one thing at a time. Now where should we start? See, these are white sparkly dress, offered Harry. Close your eyes, everyone, cried Quake. A thick white sparkly dress. Quake waved his wand, and at once the fairy was wearing a simple sparkly glow. Everyone clapped. Now for the glittery wand. Cuckoo quit, everyone. The wand glittered like diamonds. At the trickly tower ready, Gray waved his wand once more, and the fairy tiara twinkled like the stars. Oh, thank you, laughed the fairy, covering her hands. Now all I need is someone who wants a fairy for their Christmas tree. The Wiggles and their friends looked at each other when we bowed. Would you be our fairy? He asked. The fairy conceded. I would love to, she said. And that's how it was. The fairy sparkled and glittered and twinkled on the Christmas tree, and everyone said it was the best wiggly Christmas they've ever had.